Hi everyone, welcome back to my lab and today's video, which is going to be my Sephora VIB Sale wish list. I wasn't really planning on doing recommendations this time around, although I did last time and those recommendations definitely still stand. I haven't done my March favorites video either, but I plan to do that and that could be a recommendations of sorts. So let me know if you still would like to see my March favorites. I know it's getting a little bit closer into April, but I did have a couple of items that I wanted to share. It was just a couple of videos, took a little bit of priority over the favorites. But in any case, if you're ready to see what's on my Sephora VIB wish list for the spring sale, then let's get started. I do have my cart open. I basically have my cart open. The sale is going to start this Friday, and so I usually am up pretty late on Thursday nights, and so I usually just place my order right when the sale starts just to avoid having things sell out. So I have my cart basically all ready to go with the exception of things that are not in stock at the present time. So if you're not new to my channel, you know how much I love makeup brushes, and you're probably familiar with how much I love this makeup brush specifically. This is the Sephora Beauty Smoky Eye Brush Petite, and it's a very tiny blue-haired squirrel brush, and I really love this brush because of the way it blends out my eyeshadow. And there are two more in this line that are by Sephora Beauty, and there's one that's medium size and one that's large size, and they are $65 and $75 respectively. I purchased this brush in New York and I have loved it so much ever since that I have really wanted to add a couple of more Sephora Beauty brushes to my collection, and I think it's a great time to do so when there is a discount because otherwise these brushes never really go on sale. I'll be honest, with that price tag, I'll probably choose one and not the other, and I am leaning towards the medium-sized one right now just because based on the reviews they say that the large one is a little bit big for eyeshadow and my eyes are already quite small. So yeah, I might go with the medium one, or I might go for both. I love this brush so much that I have wanted to get its brother and sister in my collection. I also have a couple of hair products on my list. One is the Olaplex Hair Perfector number 3, and the reason why I'm interested in this product is because it is supposed to be sort of a rejuvenation or a healing of your hair strands from the inside out. I've seen it at a couple of channels that I really respect, like Stephanie Nicole's channel and Total Makeup Junkie 101's channel, where they have said that this has really made a difference in their hair. If you're not new to my channel, you know that my hair is one of those things that I really struggle with, and I've been doing really well to take care of it, and I've got it to grow out quite a bit, and I just think that this might really help sort of prevent additional damage. I have no choice but to heat style my hair because it's very curly and frizzy otherwise, and the curls don't lay nicely if you just let it air dry or even with a diffuser. After so many years of straightening it or trying to straighten it, my hair the curls are just not pretty, and so I really have to be mindful of what I do to my hair, and I think that this might be a good product to try. It's $28, and so yeah, I've seen it on a lot of people's favorites, and so I'm very curious to try it out. I'm also very curious about the Giorgio Be Gentle Be Kind Green Tea Clarifying Shampoo. Again, because my hair is naturally very frizzy and prone to breakage, I do use like a leave-in conditioner, a detangler, a heat protectant, and after applying so many products to your hair, after a while it starts to build up, and it builds up on your scalp and things like that, and I like to use a clarifying shampoo. But the problem with the clarifying shampoos, I love the Neutrogena one, is that they have sulfates, and the sulfates have a tendency to strip keratins from the hair, and I do get a Brazilian blowout treatment on my hair, which I try to prolong as long as possible because it's a pricey treatment. And so yeah, it's like a conundrum of me wanting to get the buildup out of my hair but not wanting to wreck the treatment I already applied. And so this one is supposed to be a clarifying shampoo and it's sulfate free. That definitely would not threaten the timeline of my Brazilian blowout, and so I'm really curious to try that one out, and the price is $24. Now, I'm really trying to exercise self-control with regard to how much makeup I'm buying. I recently purchased a lot of makeup. It was my birthday month in March, and I still have a birthday haul to share with you, which it went a little crazy, just a little bit, so I definitely don't need to be doing that again during the sale, but there are a couple of makeup items. But let's do the skincare items first. I think I just have two. The first one is this set that I saw. It's called Youth to the People, the Fresh Pressed Superfood Skin Tint, and it's for $54. And I like this one because it comes with the moisturizer and also the cleanser, which the cleanser is the one I really wanted to try. And then the moisturizer has hyaluronic acid as well, so it's supposed to be very, very good for dry skin. And in addition to that, it comes with a mask. The last two cleansers that I've been using have been from the drugstore. The most recent one is by Number 7, and it's okay. My problem with it is it doesn't foam, and I don't know, I use it with my Clarisonic and it just feels like I'm applying a moisturizer or a cream, and I just don't feel like my skin gets really fully cleansed unless there is a lather. And so hopefully this one does. If you've tried this one already, let me know, because I basically want to buy this whole set to just try out the line. It's supposed to be really good for you ingredients and very natural. I'm very tempted to pick that one up. It just seems like a really good value for the money and a good way to try out the brand, since I've never tried anything out by Youth to the People. This is another brand I've heard of a lot from Stephanie Nicole again, and also Puffin's wife, and I really respect both of their recommendations a lot, so I'm really curious to try this one. The next product that I wanted to try that's also skincare is by Dr. Jart, and this is the Ceramidin liquid. I recently was able to purchase the Ceramidin moisturizer, which is supposed to be excellent for more mature skin that is dry skin type, and I wanted to try the liquid because the liquid is more of like a serum that you would apply immediately after your toner. So you apply the liquid and then the moisturizer afterward, and it's supposed to give you the best benefit. And it's very highly ranked on Sephora.com. It's got like 4.5 stars. It's just supposed to be a game changer for dry skin types. And I've mentioned on my channel quite a bit that I really want to learn more about skincare, and so I'm really trying to do that. Every time I'm at Sephora, I chat with the girls in the skincare section just to see what they might recommend. And they said that this was something that was really recommended for my age group as well as my skin type. And so I'm curious to add the liquid along with the moisturizer I just got. And it's funny because the moisturizer is always sold out online, so I just purchased it in store and I have it already. That one is $39, but again, it's really highly ranked and I just want to give that one a shot. I did have one fragrance in my wish list, and it's not really for me, it's for my daughter. Every time that we go to Sephora, she asks for a sample of this perfume, and so I want to purchase it for her as a gift. And it is the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Bourbon fragrance, and it comes in 3 different sizes. They have one at 68, one at 85, and one at 110. I'm sure she likes the fragrance, so I'm going to try to get her the medium-sized one. But I did notice that they have this perfume at Ulta Beauty, and I have made it like my mission to buy absolutely everything I can at Ulta if they carry it before I purchase on Sephora because of the point system. So I probably will not pick up this perfume in the Sephora sale. And Ulta typically has coupons around this time just to sort of keep up with the competition, and it's usually applicable to prestige items and fragrances as well. So I'll probably pick this one up at Ulta just to take advantage of their point system, which is, it's so much better. So that was on my wish list. And the rest of the items are makeup items. The one thing that I know I'm definitely gonna get because I just can't wait anymore is the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette number 28. This is the green brown palette. This is the only larger palette of Natasha Denona's that I do not own, and it's also the one I wanted the most. So it's just difficult to hand over that much cash for a makeup product. It's $239 regularly, and the reason why I own the purple blue one is because I luckily got it in my Beautylish Lucky bag, and I was so excited and grateful about that. I've always wanted the brown green one, and I think that this time around I'm actually gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it this time. I've been saving some money aside. I have a couple of gift cards that I definitely want to put towards this palette, and I'm really excited about it. The next thing that's on my list is a Sephora Favorites Give Me Some lip set, and it's a relatively new one. They have a couple of the lip glosses, one from Urban Decay and another one from Tarte. Yeah, Tarte. And they have a full-size Anastasia bullet lipstick, which I had the little minis that I hauled recently, and I really enjoy the formula. I think it's really nice because it's matte and long wearing, but not completely uncomfortable, and so I really like that, and the shade is really pretty. It's like a red shade. And those little lip kits are always such a good value. This one is $28, and I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be a pretty popular item for the sale. So that's just another reason to stay up on Thursday night until it's time to begin the sale. I won't be heartbroken if I I don't get that one because I have a lot of lip products already. This is more of a want rather than a need. I mean, almost all of this is a want rather than a need really, but this one more so than the others. The next thing that I have on my wish list is by Bite Beauty, and this is the Amuse Bouche Liquefied Lipstick, and this one is in the shade Arrowroot. It's a fairly new shade to their collection, and it's an orangey brown. My best friend actually spotted that one on Instagram, and she knows I love those kinds of shades, so she sent me the link so that I could see it, and she was absolutely right. It's a beautiful shade, and that's one of their relatively more new formulas to their line. It's supposed to be not your traditional liquid lipstick. It's just literally a liquefied version of their typical lipsticks, and the shade is just so pretty. So this one retails for $24, so not a bad time to pick it up during the sale. I have another lip product, and this one is by Tom Ford, and this is one of their lip lacquers. They retail for $54, and they're fairly new, and they come in 3 different finishes. You have your, I think it's called Patent, which is like a glossy finish, and then there's a metallic, and there's a matte. But the problem with it is all 3 of them are combined in the same category on Sephora, and it doesn't label the shades from which finish they are, so I'm gonna have to do a little research with regard to the finishes to see if the shade I'm interested in is one of the Patent. That's the one that interests me the most right now, and the shade that I have is Flame. It's another orangey shade, and this one is more orange red than orange brown. But if you happen to know, if you've tried these and you know if the shade Flame is in the Patent finish, let me know, because that's really what I'm interested in. I didn't want to pick up the matte or the metallics because I have a lot of metallics right now, and I just wanted something with a little more shiny of a finish, and so I'm really interested in trying that out. I just have to do a little more research. I just don't understand why they didn't separate it by finish, but in any case. 2 more items in my wish list. The first is by Marc Jacobs Beauty. It really appeals to me as a brand, and this is one of their iconic multi-finish eyeshadow palettes, and this one is in the shade Smartorial. And the reason why I want this one is I was watching a video by, I think her name is Mallory 712. I know the beginning is Mallory. I don't remember the number sequence, but I think it's Mallory 712. And she was wearing a beautiful blue eyeshadow look, and I had to go running in the description box to see what she was wearing. And it was this palette, the Smartorial palette. And it is one of these 7-pan eyeshadow palettes by Marc Jacobs Beauty. These are super highly rated on Sephora.com. I have 2 of them myself. Maybe I have 3. I know I have Scandalous and I have Editorial. That's the warm reddish tone one and the green one. And I'd really love to add this one to my collection. I'm just not sure because I'm sure I have blue eyeshadows in other palettes, and I just ordered the Kim KW palette as well because I was so curious. My first purchase from Kim KW. I don't know if I really need those, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna pick it up, but it's been on my wish list for quite a long time, actually even before I saw it on her. But when I saw it on her, I was like, this seals the deal. I have to have it. It just looked really, really beautiful on her. It's funny because blue eyeshadow sort of has this connection to like the 80s, but that's a different kind of blue eyeshadow. The way she did it, it was very modern. It was very fashion forward. She just looked amazing. If I can find that video, I'm going to link it in the description box below because her makeup look was stunning. Really stunning. I think you should see it. And the very last item on my wish list is from Hourglass, and it is the Ambient Lighting palette. This is one other thing that is always going in and out of stock on Sephora.com, and it is 3 face powders from Hourglass. I've been using the Radiant Light, which I have just the single, and I'm really enjoying that powder. It's really nice. I really like it, and so I've always been curious about this palette that has gotten so many rave reviews. But I noticed that I have some face palettes from Hourglass that has one of the other shades in this palette. So essentially I'm going to have 2 of the shades in this palette, and so if I have 2 of the 3 already, I probably don't need this. It's again one of those things that's more of a want than a need. I just know that this is so highly rated that I've always wanted to try it, but I do have the Radiant Light for sure, and I think I have Dim Light in one of my palettes. I'm going to have to think about this one a little bit more because it's so difficult for me to pan anything, and so I really don't need to be having doubles and multiples in my collection. I need to start being a little bit wiser about the things I purchase. So I'm just going through my loves list to see if there's anything else that's sort of going in and out of stock. I did want a backup of my Kogendo foundation, but I have so many foundations right now that I could and should be using that I'm going to refrain from doing that. I'll save the one I have for special occasions and just hold off on that one. Yes, so I also have the Dior Skin Air Flash Spray Foundation. I did just say that I have a lot of foundations that I should be using, but I've been so curious about this foundation. I actually bought it one time because they tried it on me in the store, and I took a photo and it just had horrible flashback, and I don't know if it was the lighting condition or if it was a powder that they put over it. I'm not sure, but all I know is that when I saw that picture, I took it back to the store and I didn't even open it because I didn't want to waste it. I don't understand why this foundation would have flashback. It's not listed to have any SPF in the foundation. It's supposed to be an ultra lightweight foundation, so I'm not sure why I was seeing the flashback. It could have been something else that they put on my face to maybe set it, but I continue to be so curious about this foundation because it gets rave reviews from a lot of people. The shade that I was matched to was number 300, which was shocking to me because that's actually the shade that Tati wears. I saw her mention it in a recent video, and I'm so surprised that I would wear the same shade as she does, but I think that she self-tans and then she gets her foundation to match her body, which might explain why we're the same shade, because I was under the impression that she was a lot more fair than me. But from now on, I'm going to be looking at her color selections to maybe help guide my decisions when buying foundations online, because it's just so hard to match yourself online. And this one is one I might have to pick up in store, because even right now, when I'm looking, my shade, which is 300, I think, is sold out along with most of the others. They only have 3 shades in stock right now, and so I might have to run into the store to get that one. So that's everything for my wish list. I've sort of pared down and refined my wish list a little bit. If you have tried any of these items, let me know if there's anything that I should avoid and save on. Let me know in the comments down below what is on your Sephora VIB list, as I would love to know. I'm always so curious to know what people are planning to purchase during the sale. It's an exciting and fun time for all of us makeup lovers. Thank you so much for watching this video. If this is your first visit to my channel, I'm Yori. I do upload videos every single week, and I would love to have you join my makeup family, so subscribe and join me for a future video. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will see you again very, very soon on my next video. Bye-bye.